Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Bill. That noise in the background is the beginning of a tropical storm starting its bombing run on Daytona Beach. You know, I have been challenging the American people to stand strong against the criminal assault on our presidential election. And even though I didn't say anything about shooting anybody, I still got some nasty grams from the people on the other side. Here's one from D. Stephen Lettingham, who writes, I totally disagree with your lock and load approach. Which of your neighbors or cousins are you going to shoot first? Well, Mr. Lettingham, you clearly did not pay attention to what I said. And I went ahead and looked at your YouTube channel, and I see that you are subscribed to the Gardening with Puppies channel. Tell you what, you stick to your puppies and tomatoes, and the alpha males will let you know when it's safe to come out. I see Rush Limbaugh has a good idea. He is declaring that President Trump needs to appoint an election czar who will collect, evaluate, and prepare all crucial evidence and present it in an orderly, scholarly manner with no politics attached at all. This is a great idea because it appears that Trump is fighting back in a scattered manner, striking in all directions when he needs to be focused like a laser beam on bringing to the Supreme Court exactly what will sway them to do the right thing. And it is no coincidence that Amy Coney Barrett was appointed to the Supreme Court when she was. And here's another thing. 29 years ago, when Clarence Thomas was nominated for the Supreme Court, Joe Biden did a hit job on Thomas, just like the Democrats did to President Trump. Joe Biden did his best to destroy Clarence Thomas personally and professionally. And I know it's not supposed to make a difference, but Clarence Thomas is now poised to smack down Biden permanently. I see the Raiders played the Chargers, and the Raiders won 31-26, or so they thought. After the final buzzer, the Chargers found 6 points in the locker room that had not been counted. Chuck Norris, one of America's most respected, is reminding us of how President Lincoln brought the divided nation together by putting together what he called a team of rivals. He brought in his political enemies as cabinet members, which eased a lot of the tension following the Civil War. Chuck suggests that President Trump consider bringing in the Democrat presidential candidates in the same way. Now, it's not often that I disagree with Chuck Norris, but I think he has jumped the rails on this one. Following the Civil War, both sides wanted to see the USA grow and prosper. That is not true today. The Democrat Party has become militantly anti-American. The Democrat candidates, Cory Booker, little Peter Buttigieg, the whole ragtag bunch of them represent the worst possible moral filth, and they live to instigate hatred, racism, and division as their political tools. They live to divide America. If you have a bunch of rattlesnakes living under your house, you do not bring them in to make house pets out of them. Now, the religious leaders are pleading with the Democrat thugs to spare major cities from being burned. They say it would do no good at all for Washington, D.C. to go up in flames. Oh, I beg to differ. First of all, the looting and burning of Seattle and Portland and Washington, D.C. has shown the world what violent scumbags now run the Democrat Party. And secondly, those cities consistently vote Democrat. They voted for Biden knowing full well the violence that comes with the Democrat Party. Personally, I think it's poetic justice that the hardcore Democrat voters are the first ones getting burned out of their businesses by the monsters that they created. My Uncle Tom used to say, stupidity should be painful. As a Christian, I am compelled to speak out about America's national child abuse. God has given special protection to children, and that is why the left and liberals have such an unholy appetite for kids. It is a direct rebellion against God's moral standards. And that's what the left is all about, the rejection of God and his moral law. The killing of millions of unborn babies is America giving God the finger. Killing those kids and selling their body parts. And the sexual militants targeting children to be recruited in our elementary schools to bring them into lifestyles of sexual perversion. Don't forget that Sodom and Gomorrah could happen again. And half of America stands and cheers for these horrific sins that America commits on a national level. America is kicking the bear with this national rebellion, and sooner or later the hammer of heaven is going to land on America. Well, let's finish up with the first sentence of my favorite psalm in the Bible. 1:1. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked. Did you get that? If you want to be blessed by God, stop listening to the wicked men and women who are running this country. And by extension, blessed is the nation that walks not in the counsel of the wicked. This is Wild Bill for America. This has been Coffee with Bill. Thanks for watching, and America bless God again.